Prime Minister Modi has paid tribute to the soldiers who lost their lives in the 1999 Kargil War. The Prime Minister laid wreath at the Kargil War Memorial and Dras Ladakh on the occasion of the 25th Kargil Vijay Diwas. He also addressed the army jawans in Kargil. During his address, the Prime Minister attacked Pakistan, saying that it still hasn't learned anything from its history. On May 26, 1999, the Indian Air Force launched its operation in Kargil. A total of 527 Indian soldiers were martyred in the war. During the Kargil conflict, the gallant soldiers of the Indian Army, with the help of the Indian Air Force, overcame insurmountable odds, hostile terrain and inclement weather to win against the enemy that had occupied dominating heights. The Pakistani forces covertly entered Indian territory and took control of vital mountain outposts. The Indian Army bravely fought and regained these stations despite difficult hilly terrains and inclement weather. India was declared the winner when the Pakistani army was compelled to withdraw. Kargil Diwas honors the ultimate sacrifice of Indian soldiers during the 1999 war. In the battle that was held in Jammu and Kashmir, 527 Indian soldiers lost their lives. And General Deepak Kapoor, former Army Chief, is going to be joining us momentarily to talk more about this. But this is, of course, an emotional moment for a number of families who had their brothers or fathers or sons martyred in an occasion like this. Right, sir, appreciate you joining us, sir. So the first question, of course, is what is your memory of the Kargil War?
Kargil was an operation which was carried out in the Northern Command in the heights very close to the Siachen Glacier, where the Pakistanis tried to come in and try to occupy heights so that they could disrupt the connectivity between the valley region of the Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh region. And they did occupy a certain amount of heights, and it became very imperative for us to subsequently make sure that the Pakistani forces were thrown out and the heights reoccupied by us so that the connectivity between the two regions, that is Ladakh and Srinagar, was maintained.
So what were the lessons that you think we learned from the Kargil War, and how did we improve our preparedness?
There were a number of lessons which the Indians learned, and one of those was that what the Pakistani forces tried to do was that generally in winters one has to vacate some of these high areas because of the kind of snowfall which happens, and therefore some of the posts right next to the line of control have to be vacated. What happened was that once the Indian forces had vacated some of these posts in view of the forthcoming snowfalls in that region, the Pakistanis, having prepared for staying around in these areas, went and occupied some of these bases and therefore presented a fait accompli in the form of holding on to these dominating heights once the summer season was about to begin. So that is lesson number one, and therefore we need to ensure that these heights are retained by us till the time actually the snowfall starts, so that we can then withdraw, ensuring that no one else thereafter makes the effort or takes the attempt to try and occupy these heights. Because physically it is difficult to stay at those heights in these specific winter seasons. Secondly, the artillery played a very important role in assisting the infantry of the Indian Army in ensuring that the heights which we had to capture were fully captured, and they played a role which assisted the infantry in going ahead and occupying those heights. Thirdly, as a matter of abundant caution, we have to ensure that such areas which can get dominated by the other side need to be held till the last moment.
So, what does the Kargil War teach us to not forget, especially when it comes to a country like Pakistan?
I would say that Pakistan always try to take advantage whenever they get a chance. So we need to be prepared, we need to be cautious, and we need to be always ready to face and answer any of these tricks which they try and start. And this has happened not only here, in various other parts, in various other areas of Northern Command, but I am proud to say that the Indian Army has always reacted well and has been prepared for such tricks which the Pakistanis have tried in the past.
So do you feel that Pakistan regrets what happened 25 years ago, or have they shown no remorse and no sense of not doing this again?
I'm sorry, but it would be wrong to think that Pakistanis regret what they did. I just said earlier that they would be prepared to start such opportunistic actions whenever they get a chance. So there is no element of regret in what they've done. And given a chance or an opportunity, they would try and exploit it to make further gains, because that is how the Pakistani army tries to impress the Pakistani public opinion and keep a level of their so-called patriotism towards the nation at a high. So therefore, they would always be opportunistic. They would always try to ensure they can exploit such opportunities. Therefore, we need to be always on guard and always be prepared for such actions. Regret, as far as Pakistan Army is concerned, they should have felt that long ago, which has not happened even after the 71 war. And I don't think it has also happened after the Kargil War. The fact that they are continuing with infiltration of terrorists into the valley and areas south of Punjab should give us an indication that they are always up to such tricks.
So do you also feel that India is operationally prepared for any future warfare when it comes to Pakistan?
We very much are prepared for a future warfare. And in fact, that is the constant effort and attempt of the armed forces of the country to keep preparing ourselves for any future warfare. We need to be up to date with technology. We need to be up to date as far as our requirements of fighting a war are concerned. And we need to ensure that we are not caught off guard on any account. Therefore, this is a constant process within the services, and the services need to be prepared all the time, because the threat from Pakistan is real, and we are also aware that threat from China is also equally aware. So with both these adversaries onto both our sides, we need to definitely be prepared all the time.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.